We are live.
All right, starting record.
What's up, bitches?
It's time for the Fantasy Football Guys. Dropping loads of fantasy football knowledge all up in your eardrums. Here they are, Lyle Keel and Kevin Moore, the Fantasy Football Guys.
Yep, that's right, the Fantasy Football Guys, Kevin and... And it is almost football season, dude.
Almost.
We have 1 week of preseason games left.
Yeah, but it's not even opening day month yet.
I know. It's not. It's still August.
Yeah.
I've seen some articles calling for the abolition of the preseason.
I think that's stupid.
And I've never really been on board with that, but I kind of am now. For the main reason, this is the reason, is they get live football action, 11-on-11 action, when the teams come to town to practice. They don't just fly into town for the game now. They fly into town for a week's worth of practice. So they're doing 11-on-11 probably every day, at least a little bit. So you're seeing your guys work against another defense, full speed, pads, 11-on-11.
Sure.
And then when it comes to game time, you sit your starters and you put a lousy product on the field, but the fans have to pay full price for parking, full price for tickets, and full price for concessions.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you're doing 3 games worth of FU to the fans when you don't even really need it because you're not playing your starters anyway.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, though, is that, no, I think it is important, man. A lot of young players get exposure. People play differently in a game than they do in practice a lot of the time. It might be the only opportunity some of these people get to play on primetime television. I don't know, man. I think it's a thing.
Well, you're paying full price for 2 games this year.
I would rather have real games.
Sure.
I totally would. But at the same time, I don't think you can abolish the preseason game. I think it's an important part of development process. And because, like I said, man, the game speed is a little bit different, man. It's different than practice.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It's different.
I'm not sure it's necessary. Guys who are getting hurt and are out for the year, Cam Akers, Travis Etienne.
It's going to happen.
ETN.
It's going to happen preseason anyway. Yeah. It's going to happen in practice. It's going to happen non-contact.
I remember when there were 6 preseason games.
Yeah, see? I mean, they already cracked it down to 3. I get it. Nobody wants anybody to get hurt. But guess what? People get hurt in football. They get hurt in baseball. They get hurt in freaking golf. Okay?
Yeah.
They do.
I know a guy who's been hurt many times in golf.
It's athletics, man. You're going to have injuries.
You know when you don't get hurt? When you're sitting there doing this.
I don't know, man.
Video gaming.
My thumbs are hurting, man. Sometimes my hand
Got a
cramps
little
up on
carpal tunnel?
Keyboard. Yeah, bro. Like, my right pointer finger gets tired of shooting nerds in the face.
Is that how it works out?
Yeah.
Shooting the nerds in Tarkov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You smoke a few nerds, take all their gear, some ultra mega Chad. Night.
What's
up, Buzz? All those rat runs. That's right, Buzz.
I'm feeling like I got to get into this game.
You definitely should. It's going to be horrible for you.
I know it is.
The creator of the game flat out said it's not supposed to be fun. It's not.
Then okay, so what's the purpose of the game then?
I don't know, stress.
I got enough. I play video games to combat stress.
Then this is not the game for you.
This is not the game for me.
No.
Well, Buzz, come on, Kev, you got to get in.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is fun, but I ran some raids with Ren and Ammo the other day. That was a lot of fun. It's fun when you win, right? But it's horrible when you lose.
So, like anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is stressful. It's a stressful game.
Yeah.
It's not the type of game that you kick back and just, casually play. It's not that game. That's
Speaking of which, new Call of Duty coming out soon.
Yeah, when is that?
I don't know. I saw an ad for it the other day.
I don't know.
Vanguard or something like that.
It's Buzz says a lot of fun finding a good spot to hide and smoking people. That's true. Camping is fun in the game.
Yeah? Is that what you do?
You gather around the
camp?
campfire and you sing your campfire song, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, we camp sometimes. Sometimes we camp extracts, which is like, it makes people extremely angry. Because you have to get to a certain spot in the map in order to leave the map, right? If you don't get there by the time the timer runs out, you're considered AWOL and you lose everything.
I see. So you can't just camp. You have to.
Well, you can, but at some point you have to move to your extracts.
Sure.
But you know what the extracts are on the map.
Yeah, the game's called Escape from Tarkov.
Tarkov,
not Camp in Tarkov.
True.
Yeah.
But if you know where the extracts are on the map,
yeah,
you can go there and wait for other people that are trying to get out of the map.
And shoot them as they come up to the
You absolutely
spot.
can. Yes, and people do that.
Much to anger of the people who are being killed as they're thinking they're about to be extracted.
Yes, they get very, very salty. W. Jack Jenny says first week of November. I'm assuming that's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Battlefield will be out around then too. That looks really cool.
See, now that I've joined the PC Master Race.
That's true. I don't know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, I can do all these. I'm not going to have lag because this is directly hooked up.
It would be
Speed of the machine.
You'll still have lag. How many gigs of RAM you got in there?
I don't know. 18, 16.
Yeah,
16.
double it. Order some more.
I don't know. I might have more. I don't know. It was pretty jacked.
Yeah, I would definitely. If you only have 16, get it up to 32. You're going to need that.
That would be double.
Yes. Anyway,
these
on to
PCs are
football.
expensive.
They are expensive.
Cole Beasley activated from the COVID-19 list today. He was apparently had close contact with a training staff member or something who had tested positive. Gabriel Davis was also caught up in that. So I think we're going to have this like all season long with not everybody vaccinated.
Yep.
I think I saw that the Falcons were 100%. I think the only team at the time that got to that point, and they got to that point by just cutting the players that weren't vaccinated loose. And that's how they got there. See, Kerryon Johnson had a knee, was waived from IR by the Eagles. He got money for an injury settlement. So who knows, dude, if that guy is going to be back in the league. I thought he was serviceable. I'm not sure he was going to make the team anyway. We're going to talk about the Eagles and the rest of the NFC East in a little bit. So I'm not going to get too deep into it in the news here.
Yeah, I don't know that he was either, but he's, I don't know.
Now,
That
who
kid
knows?
stayed healthy, yeah.
Now he's just going to have to find a camp to go to next year. So who's to say?
Something like that.
Biggest news of the day probably is that Jameis Winston officially named the Saints starter for week one against the Packers.
I'm excited about it.
Dude, just looking at the way
not
he
to
played.
hate on what's his name? Taysom Hill. Not to hate on him at all. I mean, I thought he played well last year instead of Drew Brees.
But I didn't think he played fantasy well, and that's the whole reason
No,
for us being.
Well, if you could start him as a wide receiver, he was, or a tight end, or whatever.
Sure,
Yeah.
But at quarterback, I mean, when he would normally dump off
No.
to somebody else, or
I'm
throw
curious
to a wide
to see,
receiver,
So
he'd
what
run.
what we haven't seen, right? We heard about Jameis Winston's eye surgery, right? He had LASIK.
And we saw a little bit this last game.
Right. I want to see that in real life.
For 4 quarters.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see him. And even then, I might not trust him because he's put up big numbers before.
He has.
But here's what I'll say. I think he can definitely put up monster numbers. And he's a guy that I will probably target late in drafts.
Sure. I moved him up my list today.
Absolutely, man.
So
Absolutely. And I think that, dude, I mean, he threw for over 5K like in 2019 or something?
Yeah, and led the league in touchdowns and interceptions.
And interceptions.
Very Farvish in his anyway. So, yeah, good for Jameis. And it looks like Trey Lance has a shot at having some sort of role on the team as opposed to just sitting there holding the clipboard, learning for the first year behind Jimmy Garoppolo. At least there's a possibility, and there's rumblings that maybe Trey Lance is going to start over Jimmy G this year. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I mean, it's not like. Unfortunately, we've seen what Jimmy G brings to the table, and
it ain't that much.
He's a pretty good game manager,
right?
You know what I mean?
With the team that they have there, the skill players, you don't need somebody to manage. You need somebody to go downfield.
I know.
You got Debo. You got Brandon.
I mean, they didn't draft Lance to
not play.
Right. So he's going to play at some point. I would be surprised if week 8, week 9, he's not in the lineup.
I think if you have a quarterback in the building, like Dalton, right, in Chicago, you got to figure how close the young guy is to the veteran, and say, okay, we're going to lose this much of skill. When I say this much, I'm holding my hands a little bit apart, but this guy, when he learns, he brings so much more to the table that the veteran doesn't, which is why we drafted him in the first place.
Yeah.
Is it worth what we lose of experience from the veteran to bring the young guy in who can do more physically?
That is correct.
And that's what we're going to get from Fields. We're going to get the same thing from Trey Lance, Mac Jones in New England maybe. Who's to say? Well, maybe us later on as we talk about this East divisions. We all know that Sony Michel was traded to the Rams. So everybody's like, well, what about Darrell Henderson? Adam Schefter reported that his sources say Sony Michel is going to be the starting feature back. Who knows?
I don't think that's true. I don't think Sony Michel is a starting feature back.
No, he's not big enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's plenty big to do the gig.
He'll have a role. He'll probably have a significant role, but I think Darrell Henderson
Right.
is perfectly capable.
And McVay said today they'll have a, quote, very big role in the offense.
I think they both will. Yeah.
I see Sony Michel being more of a third down, or change of pace guy. Michael Carter for your Jets, Lyle, will be part of a three-headed rushing attack, says a Jets beat writer. So he's speculating, or she's speculating. I don't even know who the writer is. Anyway, but the fact of the matter is number one, are you going to draft any Jets running backs?
No.
In a dynasty, maybe, but not early. And say that they're an 8-win team this year. Chances are the running backs aren't going to be that great fantasy-wise anyway, so Tevin Coleman, nah. Ty Johnson, nah. Not going to do it. Odell Beckham Jr. has...
Michael Pirine, too.
Yeah, they do have... what is it?
LaMichael
Pirine.
Yeah.
You sure he's on the Jets?
He is.
Okay.
Yep, he is. On the
Anyway, so Odell Beckham was in an 11-on-11 drills today.
Okay, that's good for him.
Yeah, dude, LaMichael Pirine. Is anybody going to draft him and start him?
No, I was saying it in jest, and then you questioned whether or not he was on the team.
So way much more time on LaMichael Pirine than needed.
Yeah.
This is one of my pet peeves, Lyle. They talk about a pitch count for a quarterback. Quarterbacks aren't pitchers.
Yeah.
They're on a throw count.
Yeah,
Don't call it a pitch count. Call it a throw count.
You don't like that?
I know. This is one of
Now
those little things.
I'm calling it a pitch count for the rest of my life.
Well, everybody
Just 'cause
was
it bothers
anyway.
you.
Everybody was anyway.
It's like 30 burger, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense
Why
at
is
all.
it a burger?
Why isn't it a burger?
But I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It's like a pick six, which bugs me.
But that makes sense. Pick.
Yeah, but
six.
they're doing it to be cute. I don't
I
like
know,
cute.
but it rhymes. But that makes sense at least.
Right, because there was a pick, and then they ran for six.
Right.
I understand it.
So
I just don't
when
like
somebody
it.
says pick six,
It's like Tutty.
no, Tutty doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does. Touchdown, Tutty.
That's not a. But a touchdown Teddy. It's, just because it shares the first letter and last, no. I mean, there's a D in there somewhere, but that's not a touchdown.
I think it works. Anyway, Dak Prescott no longer on a throw count, so it looks like he's back just in time to perhaps start week one.
I was thinking about Dak Prescott today, as I often do.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Were you naked at the time?
I was. Here's the thing. He's a fantastic athlete. He's a really good quarterback.
He is.
From all I've read and seen about him, he actually seems like he's a really good person, too.
Sure.
If he was on any other team, I would love him.
I watched one episode.
I
can't
hate
do it.
the
I
Cowboys
understand.
so much.
I watched one episode of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
And I started myself, of 100% hate I have for Zeke, I was down to 99 and a quarter. I'm like, I can't watch anymore.
Right.
I can't not hate Zeke.
Right.
I can't like Dak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my being, I can't do that.
I hear you, but if he was on a different team, pick any team in the league besides maybe the Giants or the 49ers, or not the football team.
Yeah. The Washington Red Wolves.
I would love him. I would.
Sure.
There's nothing not to like about this guy.
Absolutely.
Except for the star on his helmet.
And that's enough from me.
It is for me too. Sorry, I hate you, Dak. Sorry.
Nothing against you, but
yeah, you got the wrong colors on, man. I'm a Crip. You're a Blood.
That's not even close. But all right.
I mean, it is. It's like it's tribal, right? It's like gangs or
right. We wear the eagle. He's got the star.
It's a tribal thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Speaking about participating in 11-on-11 drills, Saquon Barkley, nursing back from an ACL, participated.
That's good
Looks
news.
like he may start or at least participate in week one action. Kenny Golladay not practicing again today. So, dude, I don't know. That hamstring could hamper him
Maybe.
for the entire season. Some more guys on COVID list. Ryan Tannehill and a bunch of other Titans are on the COVID list. Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. I thought that was a Jalen Hurts post, but it was not.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this was Jalen Hurd, which we care not about. I guess there was some sort of misunderstanding with Cam Newton talking about COVID stuff. There was a misunderstanding. He's back at practice. Apparently, there was some sort of misunderstanding or something. I don't know. At this point, this deep into the COVID rules, how can anybody have a misunderstanding about what they should or should not do?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. Hey, big news. Raheem Mostert has a back injury of some sort.
Already.
I don't know if it was tightness or cramps or whatever it was, but
already.
he bugged out of practice earlier in the week. So, I don't know, dude. I think if the guy can stay healthy, he's in the conversation for one of the better fantasy players,
For 100%,
running backs.
100%.
But, if you're going to grab a guy who's going to be out for 8 weeks in the middle of it and come back, underperforming, just let somebody else make that mistake. Devin Funchess, again, out for the year. Second year in a row.
Yeah.
He hasn't played. He might be done.
It's a hammy, too. So, how bad was his hamstring? Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. See, Quez Watkins running with the first team as a slot receiver. That's kind of cool. Nor am I. Let's see what else we got going in here. Ramondre Stevenson taking second handoffs in New England. Sonny Michel gone. Let's bring Ramondre in.
You know what? New England running back, I'm good.
Are you saying that you don't want to take a chance on a New England running
Correct.
back?
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
Damian Harris? You want to do?
No. It's probably fine, but certainly not early or anything. He's a flex at best.
Yeah. I want to see it first. Even
Correct.
after I see it, I'm not going to trust it for the next week.
Correct.
That's how that goes. Teddy Roosevelt named starting quarterback
Like it.
for the Denver Broncos, moving him up the list, moving Drew Lock down the list. Thing about it is, as long as Drew Lock is there, if Teddy starts struggling, everybody's going to be calling for Drew. Mm-hmm. Same way if it was the other way. If Drew was in and he started struggling, people are going to be calling for gloves, right?
Yep. Totally agree.
So if you're not going to go with the other guy, same thing with Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's like, I want to be a starter in this league. I feel as though I have the skill set to start. If I'm not going to start here in New Orleans, I want to start somewhere else. I want to be given the opportunity. And I'm sure Drew Lock thinks the same thing.
Probably does.
But the thing is, Drew was there last year. They brought Teddy in for a reason.
Right.
If Drew was the guy, Teddy would be on another team.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Let's see. We knew that Trevor Lawrence was going to be named the starter. What else are they going to do there?
I don't know. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as well. At this point, it's just who's injured, et cetera. So,
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
okay, dude, we're talking about the NFC and the AFC East this week. And I was scrolling through news early, and I saw 6 NFL teams headed for ugly 2021 season. I was like, please God, don't let the Eagles be on this list. They're not.
What?
I was shocked.
They got to be on the list.
They are not on the list. Houston Texans.
Of course.
This is on CBSSports.com. Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
New York Jets.
Yeah.
Giants.
Really?
Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars. Cincinnati Bengals. I was pretty
It was
sure.
only 6? Or you said it was 10?
It said 6.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty sure that there was going to be some Eagles on there. And I think there's a better than average chance that one of those or both of or more than one of those 6 teams will have a better record than the Eagles will this year. Not a whole lot of depth there on that Birds team.
No, not at all. They're terrible.
So we're going to get them out of the way here, dude.
Oh, we're doing the Birds first?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Everybody knows we're homers. You look behind me, you got...
Not when it comes to fantasy, though.
Not when it comes to fantasy. In fact, I don't pick Eagles generally. Unless it's, unless I'm getting great value for them.
I think I have Miles Sanders on a team.
But that's not really stretching. I'll take a defense or the kicker.
Yeah.
I never had McNabb on a team. I think I might have had Vick
I'll
on
tell
a
you
team or
what.
two.
I'll tell you what. In a keeper league, I'd love to have Devonta Smith. I would also take a late flyer on Quez Watkins.
Sure.
So I think he's got some potential. Jalen Hurts maybe even.
I have him in the dynasty league.
But again, not for this season. I don't trust him for this season. The only people that I would play on this team are Miles Sanders, obviously.
Sure.
And again, I think he's an RB2 or flex at best. We'll see. They say they're going to commit to the run a little bit. I don't believe them at all.
But see, I see things like a tweet yesterday is like, not uncommon sight at Eagles practice, a drop by Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well.
It doesn't, but they have nobody behind him.
Well, that's not true.
They don't.
They have Jordan Howard, who's only 26, dude.
It's fine, but he's not a pass catcher.
He's not necessarily pass catcher. You know who is? Boston Scott.
Yeah, okay.
You know who else is? Kenneth Gainwell,
again,
rookie. Sure.
Sure.
But I'm saying it's not like it's a can of corn behind Miles Sanders. There are guys back there who can play football.
I don't disagree. I heard that Jordan Howard actually looked fantastic this offseason. So
I saw him. I think the reason he's there and he's going to make the team more than likely is a block he threw in game 2.
yeah, that was a fantastic. Block,
He just the blitz was coming. He read it and just went over there and just crushed the guy.
Nice.
It's like, just made the team. Congratulations, Mr. Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Really, though, I don't disagree. I'm not going to take anybody besides Miles Sanders. Maybe Gainwell in a dynasty if you're sitting there in the 3rd round.
Sure, yeah.
But here, we play with Eagles fans. He's not going to be.
Probably not. No.
If we were playing in Colorado, we might be able to get him. Here in the Philadelphia area, we will not.
I think Goddard's probably a decent tight end to have.
I think Goddard would be a better tight end if Zach Ertz wasn't there.
But he is there.
He's going to be kept into block, and Ertz is going to be the guy who's going to go
he'll get
out.
loose sometimes, though.
He'll get some, but he'll not get as many as he would otherwise.
I don't necessarily trust any of the receivers, any of them, even Devonta Smith. I want him to be great, but he's a rookie. He's undersized. We know this. He runs fantastic routes, and hopefully that will translate. We'll see. He's also got essentially a rookie quarterback throwing to him as well.
Sure. Yeah, he does.
So I don't really. It's Miles Sanders or bust.
From a fantasy perspective. Now,
Yes.
as an Eagles fan, I can't wait to see those 3 receivers and
Totally
see what
agree.
they can do.
Totally agree.
Quez Watkins, I might take a deal on in a dynasty.
Yep.
Or even in a redraft if I can get him in the 12th.
Yeah, I would draft Devonta Smith or Jalen Reagor late
Sure.
in a league.
They ain't going to be there, though.
For sure. Fulgham, I might even roll the dice on it like a late.
Dude, from what I've read, he may not even make the squad.
Well, I mean, he's one of those guys that plays better in games. Dude, he was fantastic.
He was. And then they put him on the bench and brought Alshon in.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, so we've seen some of us have seen the Cowboys and Hard Knocks, and I watched one episode and I couldn't bring myself to do it. We talked about Zach. His ADP is 6th round. What did I say?
Zach.
Oh, sorry. I thought I said Dak.
Totally different person.
Anyway, Dak Prescott, ADP 6th round, too early for me.
Agreed.
Not sure that I would go there anyway, but
Well, it's not a knee injury.
it's not. It's a shoulder, which is
Right.
not great either.
Well, I mean, I was talking about from last year.
yes.
Right.
I think that's not even an issue at this point.
Me either. But, traditionally, if a quarterback goes out for a season, or any player, right, you have to worry about that injury. But a break, I'm not that concerned about. They could do surgery, fix it. You know what I mean? It's not a structural ligament issue.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Like Barkley, Saquon Barkley.
Correct.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come back strong on that leg. The shoulder bothers me a little bit because that's the
too.
kind of thing that can recur.
Yep.
He's got 3 of the best receivers in the game as
Does
a group.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. I'm not, you put him.
I don't know that any one of those guys is really good, though. They're all good, but I don't see a potential star on any of them. Maybe Lamb will be, maybe Cooper will be, but I'm not saying they're not good, but none of them are a number 1.
True. I think they're all number 2s, though.
They are.
Well,
Gallup might not be. Gallup might be a flex, but he's certainly got the potential. If one of those guys gets hurt, then Gallup definitely would.
Sure. But I think Gallup is probably on most teams flex worthy on
sure.
the regular.
Yep, I agree.
And if I have Cooper or CeeDee Lamb, they're going to be in my roster on game day.
Yeah.
I do have CeeDee Lamb in our Dynasty League, and I also have Kyler Murray. The name of the game, of the team, of course, being Murray Had a Little Lamb.
God,
It's beautiful. I have the lamb icon. The ram is kind of frowning.
oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's awesome.
Can we just stop?
Hey, you're the guy who takes 10 minutes to say your name at the beginning. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but remind me before I leave. I need another 3 pinned in. I'm sure you have one around here, right?
Probably.
All right, remind
Male to female on each end?
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like these. A mic cord.
Yeah, okay.
Just remind me.
You setting up a studio at the house?
No, I have one. The cord's messed up.
Ah, I got you. Okay. All right. So Zeke Elliott, of course, is a first round running back. His ADP is number 5 overall. I don't know that last year's performance, predicates, if I can use that word, that high of a pick this year. But if
8
you're
total touchdowns. He had 980 yards on the ground. Another 330 through the air. It's not that impressive. Not for a first rounder. Now, I will say this: before Dak got hurt, he was scoring a lot of touchdowns.
Sure.
And then he stopped. Okay, maybe there's something there. Like, he scored, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first 5 games, right? That was all of his, essentially almost all of it. He scored 2 for the rest of the season. So,
well, the team was basically reeling. Ben DiNucci started a couple games. I mean, nothing against Ben. I'm sure he's a swell fella, but can't do that. I think Zeke will bounce back. I don't know that he's going to be worth the number 5 pick.
I think it's a little high right now, considering the
9
risk,
to 12, sure.
But at the same time, if that offense comes back strong, he's going to be really good.
There's a lot of ifs.
There are.
Tony Pollard, I think, is going to have a decent season as well. His ADP is a lot more realistic back into the 9th. I might take him to stash for the inevitable Zeke injury at some point. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen, but I think Pollard's going to be able to make some hay on his own right and maybe be worth a flex some weeks depending on matchups and situation. The Cowboys also drafted a 5th-round rookie named, is it Simi Fehoko?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that dude. If one of those top 3 guys gets hurt, we might be able to see some of Simi, and that might be kind of a cool thing. Dynasty League, late rounds, why not? Take a flyer
Those
on that
things,
dude.
sure.
They have some tight ends here. Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, You got better options elsewhere, unless you're playing in a 2 tight end league like I am, which is ridiculous. There's lots to like about the Cowboys this year. I think there's going to be a lot of fantasy points scored from this group. I just don't want them to win a lot of games. The defense still sucks. They made some strides, but it's not great. So, they're going to be throwing a lot, I feel. And I think Zeke is going to be valuable in the fact that he is a decent pass catcher out of the backfield.
Agreed.
So them Giants, the other end of the spectrum. They made some moves this year. They did okay. I mean, Danny Dimes, this is his year to put up or shut up.
Yes, he's got to shine.
He's got to get it done. Whether he does or not, I don't know. I've never really been sold on the guy, and I know Giants fans who are just like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, don't know if he's going to come back 100%. His ADP is back end of the 1st, and I think that's probably right where he goes.
I think so too. He could be a steal.
Could be a steal there.
He could be trouble.
Right.
I think if you're at the back part of the 1st round, you have to take it. The potential's just too high.
It is. Now, he screwed me over last year, so I'm a little salty.
Well, but, I mean, you drafted him where you were supposed to draft him.
Right. Same thing with McCaffrey. I mean,
you did
McCaffrey and Barkley owners last year got hosed.
Yeah.
There's other Devontae Booker, late of the Broncos, is on this team. We've seen him have some success in the preseason. If Barkley's 100%, we're not going to see Booker or Corey Clement or rookie 6th-round rookie Gary Brightwell, who's from the area, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah. So, it's going to be Saquon Barkley or bust, really, for this Giants team. Bad news, the line still sucks.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be great for these running backs.
What do you think about Galladay?
Galladay hasn't really been healthy for the last year and a half. A healthy Galladay, sure.
Yeah.
With a quarterback who's not going to have a whole lot of time.
That's the thing that kills me. If he was on a different team or had a different quarterback.
Well, he went from the Detroit Lions to the Giants.
Yeah.
He could have gone. I mean, I'm sure the phone was ringing from other teams.
It's all about that paycheck, baby.
I guess it is. Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, I think both of these guys are good. John Ross, Cincinnati our wide receiver, who's speedy as hell. He's in town as well. 1st-round rookie receiver, Kadarius Toney, who everybody was shocked. to see the Giants taking that dude.
Well, it's not who they wanted.
No, it's not. We do have the Cowboys to thank for making that trade.
We do. We definitely do.
We do. Also, David Sills the fifth. You remember that name?
No. Yes.
Do you?
No.
David Sills was the local quarterback who went to Red Lion and who was given a scholarship offer from Lane Kiffin at USC when he was 12.
Wow.
Yeah, and he proceeded to didn't go there, went to a few colleges, ended up playing wide receiver, and now is with the Giants, and he's like third on the depth chart. He's probably not going to do a whole lot of playing if he even makes the team. But, he's kind of a local kid, storied kind of a situation there.
Very cool.
Evan Ingram, your tight end, 13th round ADP, probably the right spot for him. He can be very good. He can be very disappointing. So he's not going to be one of those guys anybody's going to reach for.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting there in the 13th and you've been doing the right thing and not getting a tight end, he will catch touchdowns. He is in the game plan. He just tends to drop passes when it matters the most. So
unfortunately,
not a big Giants fan favorite there. So really, for me on this team, it's Barkley.
Yeah.
And maybe Galladay, but his ADP is 7th round. Okay, that's probably good.
That's probably right.
I'll take a chance on him there because if it doesn't work out, you've blown like a 7th rounder.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Not that big of a deal.
Darius Slayton, I've seen play well. He had sporadic good games last year.
He did.
So he's maybe a guy I take a shot on. But really, and Ingram, and that's really it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing deep dynasty, Kadarius Toney may be a guy you'd take for future consideration. Don't know. Last team in the division, the NFC East, is the Washington football team.
The defending champs.
Yes. Now, I think the last team to win back-to-back division titles was probably the Eagles, middle of last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it all stands true, I mean, probably if you look at top to bottom, from coach all the way down to strength coach, the football team looks pretty good.
They do. They actually have some pieces in place. Now, the beard is not a franchise quarterback.
Depends on which beard you get.
Well, that's true, too. But right now, we know that he can be amazing, though. I mean, he's not the future of any organization.
He's not even the present of 31 of them.
But it's true. But he can have some success, and he's got some weapons here.
I guarantee you one thing. If nothing else, he's going to kick the ass off the Eagles twice. Because he does. He owns the Eagles.
Yeah, every time they play.
He do. So, Ryan Fitzpatrick, ADP, back into the 14th. Goes undrafted in a lot of leagues.
100% drafted.
I would too. And I would probably wait to the 14th to do it.
Yeah, for sure. But if he's there and I'm looking at kickers or the beard, I'm taking the beard.
Fitzmagic, baby. It's
Dude,
going to happen.
I'm going to tell you guys right now.
Camera's over here, dude.
I know, but I'm speaking into the microphone.
I see.
I'm going to tell you guys right now. Okay?
Preach, baby.
Draft your quarterback, whoever it is.
Sure.
And then pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick as your backup. I'm going to tell you right now. You will not regret it.
Well,
he's not going to be terrible. He's not. And in your bye week, or if something happens to your QB, you got a guy that can put up mad points. Now, he will also throw a ton of interceptions on occasion, right?
Like in bunches, like 4 or 5.
But he is a baller, right?
He runs. He's like 60 years old and he's running.
Dude, he will drop 404 touchdowns. 100%. He will do that at some point this season.
2 games against the Eagles.
Yes, probably.
Taylor Heineke is backup. It's more than possible we see Taylor by the end of the season.
For sure.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is a journeyman for a reason.
I honestly think it's a shame. If he'd had his own team for a while, who knows what would have happened, man.
Yeah. It's just like he was never anybody's first choice to do anything.
No.
Except grow facial hair. Dude's got mad beard game.
He does got mad
beard game.
Super smart, too.
Went to Harvard.
Yeah, he went over to Harvard.
Antonio Gibson is the running back here. Love that dude. He's middle of the 2nd round. If I'm drafting 10th or 11th, I have no problem taking him coming around the corner.
Coming on the hook, yeah.
J.D. McKissick, You might go, J.D. McKissick. Yes, J.D. McKissick has an ADP of back end of the 10th for a bench player who's going to be an occasional what's the word I'm looking for here, Lyle? Anyway,
bye-week fill-in streamer.
Bye-week fill-in, yeah, just,
People don't know this about McKissick.
Yeah?
Okay. He led all running backs in targets last year. All running backs.
So if you're in a PPR, JD
That's
is
your
the guy
dude.
you're going to want to get.
I'll tell you right now.
Flex play.
I'll tell you right now.
Bye-week play.
I can't believe I'm so excited about the Washington football team.
Yeah, me either. Peyton Barber's on this team. I wasn't even sure he was still playing.
Lamar Miller is too, or was. He's listed on the depth chart here.
No.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if the dude still has game. He's been bouncing around now for a while.
I don't think it's a thing.
Terry McLaurin, all-world wide receiver.
Yeah.
Kind of took the league by storm a couple years ago. His ADP is middle of the 3rd. I like that.
Me too.
And we know that Fitzpatrick is going to go downfield. We know this. We've seen it. He's unafraid of throwing into triple coverage.
Yeah, he'll just hang it up
He'll
there.
just sling it all over the damn yard.
Thing is, Scary Terry can just
He's going to go
everybody.
get it. Yeah, exactly. So love him in the 3rd. Curtis Samuel working back toward health. I really like this guy as a second receiver to McLaurin. His ADP is middle of the 12th, dude. I love that.
Yeah,
that's mad value.
That's value.
When they talk about sleepers, he's one of those. And all that is he's going to outperform his draft spot.
Yep.
I don't know what his actual, wide receiver number 50 or whatever it is, but I think he's going to play better than that. We also have Adam Humphries on the team. If you're a masochist and you want to draft that friggin' guy, they also have a 3rd-round rookie, De'Ami Brown, on the team who, they seem to have drafted and picked up good wide receivers over the past couple of years. So keep an eye on that guy in deep dynasty leagues. Logan Thomas, he's probably
when healthy, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's one of the tight ends that you can look to grab if you're not going to go tight end early, which you should not. Logan Thomas is a 6th round, back of the 6th round, early 7th round tight end, and that's still a little early for me. But he's like the back end of the guys who are actually going to be catching touchdowns. Everybody else after that, you're getting into the Nick Boyles and the blockers who will catch the occasional pass. They also have a 4th round rookie, John Bates, who has turned some heads. So we'll see what's up with that. So that's the end of the NFC.
Jermaine says he's feeling my hat. Thanks, bro. He's also drinking White Claw for me and him.
White Claw?
You. Yeah.
You could have had a beer,
dude.
bro.
White Claw is a thing now.
I know. Dude, you know what I've gotten into lately?
What's that?
Irish mules. You're familiar with a Moscow mule, right?
Negative.
Really?
It does sound familiar.
So you squeeze a lime. You fill a cup with ice, like a copper cup. You fill it with ice, right? You squeeze the lime in. You put a couple ounces of, for a Moscow mule, you put vodka in. Fill it with ginger beer.
Okay.
Put a little mint in it.
I have heard of that, yes.
Delish. Recently, I've taken to drinking Irish mules, which is ounce and a half of Jameson or Tullamore Dew, which is my home preference. Lime, fill it with ginger beer.
Really?
And it's a very refreshing summer bevy.
Huh.
Yeah. Plus, you get that whiskey, which
yeah, that's good. I love Jameson, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Jameson rocks.
Yeah, big fan.
Beer on the side. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. I've actually ordered some copper mugs so I can make myself some of these at home.
Really?
And some diet ginger beer because I don't want the sugar. So maybe next week we'll have one.
No, I'm off it, man.
But it's not beer, dude. It's
whiskey though.
Yeah.
I'll have a ginger beer. Wait, does it have alcohol too? Yeah, it does.
No, ginger beer does not. It's like root beer.
Okay, well I'll have the ginger beer.
Well,
no, I'm off the liquor, man. I told you I've been off it for. Today's day 28, bro.
Is it the liquor or is it the beer? The beer is a problem. Whiskey's not going to make you gain weight.
See, this is the fallacy that I fell into. I'm like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just drink vodka. That'll be fine.
My liver won't mind.
Yeah, it'll be totally fine if I just drink vodka instead of beer. Yeah, no, I need to.
All or nothing.
I need to abstain. Yeah. I'm
All right.
off it for now.
Well,
I'll be back, but I don't know when.
Of that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, dude, I support you in this 100%.
Yeah. It just,
Let me ask you this. You've been off for 28 days.
Uh-huh.
You dropped any pounds?
Yeah, 12.
12 whole pounds?
Yeah.
In a month, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm not watching my diet at all.
Yeah.
I'm eating ice cream and stuff,
No,
because
well,
I just
good.
want one thing at a time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Eventually I'll cut out some extra calories.
You still chew nicotine gum?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm just
Oh,
messing
okay.
with it, yeah. But it's not. There's no calories in it.
No, I'm just saying. You really, that's an addiction you can kick at this point.
I need to do that too.
Yeah.
But again, I'm working on it.
Caffeine, you still...
I don't do caffeine.
No?
Never have. Nah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like coffee. It makes me jittery.
Well, yeah.
I don't like. Well, I don't like it. I
Makes
don't like-
everybody jittery.
Right, I
It's
don't
the
like-
point.
Right, but I don't like being jittery. So I don't even drink Coca-Cola, dude.
Well, you're drinking...
I drank a Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
yeah.
Pepper
But I'm
cherry,
just-
zero sugar. Earlier
Yeah, but
today.
I don't drink Mountain Dew. I see you got a Dew over there.
Oh, I do the Dew. This is a diet Mountain Dew.
I'm sure, but
Let
I'm
me
just
tell you
saying-
something about this. This stuff is the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mess with any of that stuff.
Big fan.
I really don't. I don't drink. Sometimes I drink tea, unsweetened iced tea. Yeah, I like regular.
Bitter.
I like it.
Yeah.
I drink black coffee too.
Oh.
If I drink coffee, it's always black.
All right. Well, we've fooled around long
Anyway,
enough in
yeah,
between
let's go to
these
the
conferences.
AFC.
AFC East. It's the Bills. Josh Allen. Dude, if there's a guy who I would take as an early quarterback, it would be Josh Allen.
I mean,
Third round, back of the third round is too early for me to take a quarterback.
me too. But I kept him in our.
If you can, yeah,
I
if
got
you
him
could
for
keep
what,
him.
a 7th? Because I think I drafted him in the 8th last year, so I get to keep him for a round ahead. I get him for a 7th. I'm keeping him.
And that's value, I guess, because
I'll
he's got
probably
an
keep
early
him again
ADP.
next year for a
I don't-
6th.
Dude, I would keep him until I couldn't keep him no more, which
Well,
is
I wouldn't take him for a 5th or a 4th or a 3rd. Probably.
yeah. Once you get down to there, you're
Yeah.
starting to get too close to actual value.
Right.
Mitch Trubisky also on the Bills. Absolutely, Josh Allen. I won't get him because he's gotten the status of being too good at this point. Just like Mahomes.
In our main money league, okay.
which is drafting Sunday.
Yep. He scored more points than Mahomes did season long, and he averaged 0.3 points per game less. So
Over the course of a season, that's like nothing.
it's nothing. So if you think Patrick Mahomes is worth an early pick, then so is Josh Allen.
And that's why he has this ADP.
Yep.
Running backs on this team continue to scare the bejesus out of me, right?
I like Singletary and I like Moss. I like them both. And they have Breida.
Right. Well, the great thing about these guys is because they played so unspectacularly last year, their ADPs are 8.5 for Devin Singletary and middle of the 7th for Zach Moss. So you can get them for cheap.
I think Moss, and I think both of them are worth draft picks there.
Yes, absolutely. But you remember last year, Singletary was like 3rd round, something like
Yeah,
that, or
that's
the year
too high.
before. Way too high. 7th or 8th? Okay, because again, if they bust, it's the 7th or 8th.
All over it.
Is not going to care. Either way, I'm probably not going to draft them there. I'm not, there's probably going to be somebody around them that I would rather take a shot on than one of those guys.
Maybe, and I will have my running back situation straightened out by the 8th round. But, dude, I would totally take Zach Moss in the 7th round. 100%
Sure.
I would take
I'd be more likely to take Singletary in the 8th because there's less
I
risk
think Moss
there.
will get the goal line stuff, though.
Could be. Yeah,
I
could
don't
be.
know. I don't know.
Breida, dude, when he was back with Frisco, he was one of the fastest dudes in the league. Probably still not slow,
Yeah.
but now he's, another guy. He's
Still,
just
with
a
the
guy.
lackluster play of Moss and Singletary, he might play himself onto the field, bro.
Or he just might end up being a slappy,
Yeah, that's true.
You familiar with the slap?
I'm familiar with Slappy.
Steph Diggs, arguably the 3rd best receiver in the game.
Roughly.
Arguably.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
ADP right at the beginning of the 2nd round. If you get a chance to draft him, you should draft him.
I'd take him.
No, I'm not saying you should take him with the 5th pick.
I
but-
probably wouldn't take him at the beginning of the 2nd round. I think that's probably a little bit too early. It
Well,
depends
then you- right.
depends on what running backs are on the board there.
Sure. I would probably take David Montgomery over him.
I don't know. I
I would
not.
certainly take Austin Eckler over him in a PPR.
I definitely would do that too.
Maybe not Montgomery. But having Steph Diggs on your team, we love Josh Allen. And if you could get them both and get that stack,
Yeah. Very nice.
absolutely, we'll do that.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. Manny Sanders is on the team. Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, Cole Beasley.
Dawson
Gabe
Knox
Davis.
Is
a tight end.
Yeah. I mean,
nothing really to love here.
I mean, the thing is, Josh Allen's throwing to somebody, right?
All these guys will have decent games at some point, but not reliable enough to start all the time. Beasley will probably be a decent flex on occasion.
In a PPR, yes, you can grab him.
Right.
If he's not, in COVID protocol.
Diggs is the only other one, really.
Yeah, and Sanders, we've seen him do really, really well. At this point, he's a journeyman, and you can have him for a can of corn and a 15th round pick. So,
without the can of corn.
Yeah, exactly right. Looking at the Finns now, dude, this team has a lot to offer. Mm-hmm. Quarterback though, probably ain't one of them. It's like. You can get Tua in the end of the 13th. You can get Fitzgerald around later, or Fitzpatrick around later.
Fitzpatrick plays for a different team.
No, I'm saying if you're trying to get a second quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't take Tua. Yeah.
All right, Jacoby Brissett's there. So you got Myles Gaskin, who is a decent running back. You can get him at the end of the fourth round. I like him at that spot. If I'm looking to get a third running back, Myles Gaskin can be my guy. I have seen that Malcolm Brown has been taking a lot of first-team snaps in the preseason. Mm-hmm. That bothers me a little bit for the Myles Gaskin story. Mm-hmm. We've seen Malcolm Brown do great things when given the opportunity at the other coast. You can get Malcolm Brown for a 14th. Just saying.
Yeah.
We don't know how that's going to shake out.
Salvon there, too, right?
Salvon Ahmed is in town. Between those three guys, I would probably go with Gaskin first, but I would take a flyer on Mal Brown later and try to get mad value if it's a timeshare.
Yeah, if not, you just dump him.
You're right, because it's the 14th. Who cares? Pretty good wide receivers here. You got Devontae Parker. His ADP is crazy at 14.
I think that's right, dude.
It is because of Tua.
And you just can't trust him. I've been burned by him in the past. I love Fuller when he's on the field.
Dude, one of my favorite things is watching Devontae Parker go all the way off on Ron Lyle's bench.
It happens so many times.
That is crazy to me. But again, like Lyle says, you really can't trust the dude. Will Fuller would be a great get if he didn't have to sit out a suspension.
Yeah, and like I said, he always gets hurt too.
When he's
on the field, he's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing when he's on the field.
So 12th round for him, 11th round. So sure. Albert Wilson is in the slot, apparently. Yeah. Jalen Waddle, their first-round rookie pick, is got
probably worth a flyer.
Yeah, late 9th, 10th round, you can get him there. And I would grab him in a dynasty. I would love to have him.
For sure.
I don't know that Tua is going to be the guy going forward, but apparently he's made some strides.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see. Gesicki I like a lot. I think, this is a big year for Gesicki. I think he needs to really step his game up, or we can just forget about him. But I will take a flyer on Gesicki.
Sure, 11th round.
Yeah, not bad for a tight end.
Yeah, the thing is, by the way, Mac Hollins is in town. I know you're excited about that.
I am excited about that.
The thing about Tua is, dude, he's the guy who took the job away from Jalen Hurts and sent Jalen Hurts to Oklahoma.
I know.
So here we are a couple years later. And everybody's talking about Jalen Hurts being, one of only 6 quarterbacks to throw for over 300 yards and run for over 100 yards twice in the same, in the same game twice. He's done that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty rarefied list that he's done that. So people are saying, well, with the running, Jalen Hurts could be this. And Tua is not that guy. So it's kind of a weird thing how it turned out.
We'll see. I mean, college is different than the pros. Again.
Wait a minute. Let me write this down.
Yeah, Tebow, bro.
College
different than the pros.
Is different.
It is.
You gotta have that verb. All right.
Well,
so
you don't really need it.
That's true.
Why use more word when less word do trick?
Right. All right. So looking at the Pats now. You remember when it was just okay? The Pats are going to win this division.
I do.
Not that so much now. Cam Newton. I don't know how much he has left.
He doesn't have anything.
You look at last year and you go, but. We know that Bill Belichick is a guy who appreciates experience, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
But they grabbed Mac Jones in the first round.
Yes.
And from all indications, Mac Jones is doing things that rookie quarterbacks generally don't do as far as reads go, as far as accuracy goes.
I think that is probably the best spot he could have ended up. Because he did not have all of the physical skills that the early round quarterbacks went.
As
with
far
Trevor
as
Lawrence
as far
and
as
all that stuff.
running, and,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have all that, but he's still a pretty damn good quarterback. And as far as if I can recall, they kind of had a pretty good season.
They do
there
pretty well in
at-
Alabama.
at-
yeah.
at Alabama. So coming in New England, yeah, I think he could absolutely be fantastic there.
Don't know when he's going to start, but I think he'll start eventually.
I
in
think
this
he'll
season.
start this season. I just don't think Cam's got it.
You think he'll
anymore.
start week 1?
No, not week 1, but he'll start.
Yeah, you will see him at some point.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about the running backs before. Damian Harris, 6th round ADP.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. It's
Maybe.
still a little early. You know what? I don't like anybody on this team, Kevin.
We've talked about this for probably a decade now.
Yeah.
Since, I can't remember the running back who was the guy there.
Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon,
Yeah.
who was a Bengal, then
Yeah.
a Patriot.
He was really good.
He was probably the last bell cow that they had, and that
And
may
who
have
was
been.
who was the last reliable receiver they had? Edelman was pretty good.
It would be Edelman. Yeah.
You know, Welker in a PPR.
Well, Randy Moss was all
Moss.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's been forever ago. Yeah, Edelman was good, but Edelman was better in the playoffs. I mean, not that he was bad.
He was a PPR guy.
Yeah. But not like they've never had, like, with the exception of Moss and Brady that one season that Moss went off.
Yeah.
They've never had fantasy stars.
Right. They haven't had a Julio Jones. They haven't had a DeAndre
Not
Hopkins.
really, no.
They just get it done by
And the team
Brady.
is the same. They're all, they're pretty good,
right.
right?
Right.
You know.
Harris for the NA 6th round. Okay.
Not horrible.
James White
Nah.
can do okay, but he's not consistent. He's consistently 4 or 5 points. That's not what you need. Ramondre Stevenson, okay, round 4 rookie, ADP of around middle of the 12th, early 12th. Okay, I'll take a flyer on him there. In fact, if I'm in a dynasty, I would certainly take a shot at him.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just hard to trust these guys because, Damian Harris could come in and start the game and get 15 carries in the first quarter and a half, and you don't see him again. So the receivers are Nelson Aguilar.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers.
I mean, again, could be okay, but no, thank you.
N'Keal Harry.
No.
I don't know what these guys' ADP is. Because
Jonas Smith and Hunter Henry are both pretty good. Maybe.
Okay, but I think Hunter Henry's best years are behind him, honestly.
I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
I think they're both, good enough, but I don't know that I would hang my hat on either of them. I tend to take tight ends late, and I've taken Smith and Henry both in mock drafts, so we'll see. I just don't put that much credence into that position. I'm not going to take Aguilar if Jacoby Myers is there in the 13th round. What the hell?
Somebody's got catch passes there, right?
Somebody has to. I'm just not excited fantasy-wise for this team. I'd like to see how Mac Jones does.
Neither am I.
But when Jacoby Myers is your number one wide receiver, you got problems.
Really, outside of Buffalo, I'm not excited about any of these teams.
Oh, well, let's talk about the Jets.
Okay, and we're done. And we're finished talking about the Jets.
First round pick, Zach Wilson. I think like the second pick, right?
Yeah.
In a dynasty, all over it.
Otherwise,
Sure.
no. Running backs, hard pass.
Tevin Coleman, 13th round.
Michael Carter.
Michael Carter, like we were talking in the news, three-headed monster. I'm going to pass on a three-headed monster. Thanks anyway.
How about these receivers? Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Crowder.
I don't know, dude. Would you
Tight
go
ends,
for any of them?
Herndon, Tyler Croft there too.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm done.
I like Jamison Crowder into PPR, but I don't know what he's going to be like with this rookie quarterback. From all indications, the kid's accurate. He moves well in the pocket, yada, yada, yada. But it's the Jets. New head coach. He was a defensive-minded coach. I just don't see, Elijah Moore, the second-round rookie. Okay. No, he's coming off of injury a little bit, but
Yep.
I don't know, dude.
No, it's a hard pass. That's what it is.
I'd rather pick from a bunch of other teams than the Jets. And that's it. We've talked about every team in the NFL, dude, over the past 4 weeks.
You, sorry, SOBs, listen to it.
Yeah, you did. We have to find something else to talk about next week. We usually do a draft show but I think by next week it'll be a little too late. We'll
think-
talk a little bit about things.
We'll see.
And we'll talk about how we did in our leagues when we drafted. Let's do this. If you sign up for one of our leagues, we have these bowls with names in it. So we're going to draw leagues afterwards. So we're going to play this here outro.
That's right.
And then we're gonna, if you're listening, we'll come back in and we'll do the leagues.
Yeah, so we'll be back next Wednesday. Maybe if Lyle's in town and not in South Carolina or en route, we'll do a Saturday show next week.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know where I'll be.
You know what? If I was in your spot, I would pay for the moving van and the movers. I've
No.
done that before.
Negative.
That's what I would do.
I'm not forcing him. He wouldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't allow you to do
No.
that. Lyle's grandfather was moving into town, which is cool because he's a swell fella.
He is. He's awesome. He's moving 3 houses down from me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be me, 2 houses, my grandfather.
We're going to change the dynamic around the Conkeal
I'm
house.
cool with it.
Yeah, that's fine. Usually when he comes to visit, he's parked in your driveway.
That's right.
In
Now
the,
he won't have to do that,
the
and he can
Class
go
A.
home whenever he wants.
Right. And more importantly, he can come to your house whenever he wants.
I don't mind. He's fine.
All right, we'll be back in a week. Until then, enjoy your last preseason games of the season. And stick around if
Eagles
you're
play
in the
tonight.
league. Yeah, they do.
Another hour.
They do. The Jets, in fact. None of the starters are playing.
I probably will not watch it.
Maybe the first few minutes.
I'll catch highlights.
Something.
I'm good.
All right, guys, enjoy. See ya. Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
Here we go. All right, so.
All right. I have a note set up to write stuff down. What are we doing first?
Let's do these free leagues.
Okay.
So I will draw your free league people.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to draw 10 names out of here for Lyle's league, 10 from mine, and we're going to draw 4 alternates. So the first person for you in your league, Lyle, is J Cox 999.
J COX.
COX, yes.
999.
Yes. Second person for Lyle's league is GV4361.
GV4361. Congratulations. Welcome to the
You're
grind.
in. Okay. Man of Steel 72.
And
He plays Among Us with us
Steel,
occasionally.
72. You're about to get roasted, nerd.
Get wrecked, nerd. All right. Player 4 for you is Revere Fear,
Spell that?
like Paul Revere,
Oh, okay.
and then Fear. All right.
All right.
So 4 in. The next one is, by the way, Robbie's in. He put his name in. Dr. Fop.
Dr. FOP?
FOP.
Dr. Fop, you're in. Get
All right,
wrecked,
so that's
nerd.
5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next name for you is Ivan Von Kickaz.
Ivan.
That would be
Von-
Rob.
Is that
So
him?
he's in your league, yeah. He's doing some work for us. He's doing all of our production stuff. He's also going to be doing his own podcast about DFS and betting. So I let him come into the Guillotine League because there's so many names in there. We're still going to draw one more. We're expanding that this year. But I told him he had to go into the league for drawing.
All right.
So anyway, Cosmic Charlie Kelly. If you're a big fan of
Always
Sunny, you know who that is.
All right.
So that's 7, right?
That's 7. Need 8.
You actually need 10.
I know, but we need the number.
Actually, you need 11.
11.
Yeah. Squid Richie.
Squid Richie. Number 9.
Number 9. Senska 11. Senska's in a lot of our leagues every year.
Yeah, he manages to get in. What's up, Senska? Get roasted, nerd.
Listener 42.
42. Also a name that's familiar.
And the last one for Lyle's league.
All right, we need some alternates, too.
Well, yeah. But, the last person who's definitely in is Severus223. Obviously a Harry Potter fan.
223. Okay, cool.
All right, here's this.
All right, this is going to be your free league, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Person el numero uno is C. Baker, 41.
Also a person who's played a few.
Indeed. Next one is SARS Monster. What's up?
That's John from Korea.
It is. South, not north.
Yes.
Football chick.
Oh, God.
She's the person, for you guys who don't know, who beat Kevin in the Guillotine League.
2 years ago.
Yes. Fomin Roman 2.
Fomin Roman?
Fomin Roman 2.
F-O-M-I-N?
Yeah.
R-O-M-A-N?
Fomin Roman 2. You got it.
Okay.
Next is Monahan CJ.
What? Spell this, please.
Monahancj. Monahan CJ.
Okay.
Stir this up a little bit. Next is going to be King DJA.
King DJA.
Correct. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6,
right?
yeah. Going for 11.
Okay. Number 7 is Rock Chalk Steve. Rock Chalk Steve, you are in with Kevin.
Right.
Next is Classic _ Dan with 2 N's.
D-A-N-N.
Correct.
All right.
El numero 9, Taco Wolf. Also a person I recognize.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next one, you ready?
Yeah.
Lollygaggers 4. That
Lollygaggers.
should be 10, yeah?
4.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
One more. One Mo.
Last one for sure in.
Durus 143. DRUSS 143.
Wait a minute. D-O-U.
DR.
D-R-U-S-S.
Yep.
And
143.
143.
So that is that. And let me draw some alternates here.
Okay.
You write these down. Send me these alternates when you're
All
done here.
right.
Alternate number 1 is going to be Juan _ Schwartz.
S-C-H-W-A-R-T-Z.
Alternate number 2 is going to be Thunderscore 81.
Thunderscore 81.
Alternate El numero
Trace.
will be My Book Laughs.
My book, L-A-U-G-A, laughs. Okay. I assume that's all one word.
Yes.
Yeah. And the fourth and last alternate.
Will be Ruba 415.
R-O-O-B-A?
Yes. Ruba 415. And that's the free league. If you didn't get in, try again next year. Too bad. So sad. File a complaint with our complaint
Sorry
department.
about your luck.
So what's next? We got the Money League.
Yeah, I'm going to save
And then we
this
got
just
the
to be
Guillotine
sure.
League, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so there's that. I saved it. So here's the Money League.
So you do the Money League, and then I'll draft the... okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that one? No,
Yeah, since I commission, I want to have the names are on my side.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll just do all of the drawing.
Yeah.
Nerd. All right, ready? Money League. El numero 1.
We need 10.
STHD Mahoney Dad.
What is this?
STHD Mahoney Dad.
Mahoney. D-A-D?
Yep.
All right, we'll save these aside in their
am.
own little pile.
I am.
Well, all right.
Mix it up. Here we go. Money League again. Give us your money. Beer Man Rob. You are into the Money League, my
Look at
friend.
you, beer man.
You are into the Money League, my man. Okay, next is going to be Sean Lenahan. I'm not looking forward to that
Why is that?
because he's good.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a long time. I don't like it. Next.
Welcome, Sean.
Yeah, T-Dub, 77. I'm not going to make any money in this league.
No, you're not because you suck.
Won the Guillotine League the first year we did it. T-Dub did.
Yeah.
Stopped by my Tarkov stream the other day. We had a little chat, too.
Oh, nice.
Icy Rims. That's
Icy-
5.
That's ICYRIMS?
Yeah, Rims.
It's 775, you said?
No, 75. Just ICEYRIMS.
Oh, ICEY. Okay.
Been a dork.
Can't help it. I'm sitting across from you.
The A-Team 44.
The
This is number 6 here.
A-Team 44.
Yeah. And next is going to be
I'm sorry.
Wilmer 92.
Wilmer 92.
WILLMERR 92.
All right. The second L threw me a little.
Is what it is. That's why I spelled it. Next
6
one.
down, 4 to go.
C. Brennan 13.
Also a multiple year player.
Here we go. Next. Lone Wolf 17. Not Wolf. Wolf.
WUFF?
No, WOOF. Who spells wolf WUF?
I don't know, dude. It's usernames. Anything can happen. Was there a number at the end?
Yeah. Lone Wolf 17.
Okay.
Next. Monahan CJ again. So cool. You got into 2 leagues, man. How many more we need?
2.
2 mo.
Monahan CJ. Let me check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, just one more. Here we go.
Thunderscore 81. You're in. And let's draw some alternates for this, yeah?
Yeah, hang on. Let me score 81.
Oh, God.
Let's draw 3 alts for
Pouring
this.
down rain.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
My house. Okay, ready? Alternate number 1. Revere Fear.
Also in your free league, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alternate El Numero Dos is Senska 11. You want to draw 4?
Yeah, let's do 4.
Okay. C. Baker 41. Alternate 3.
C. Baker 41. Okay. And the 4th alternate for the Money League.
Is Wrong Fellow.
Wrong Fellow.
Yep. There's money leagues over there. Free leagues here. All right, that's free.
Okay, this is the G League.
Hit me.
And we need 15 of these
15. All right.
for a total of 18.
Let me crack my friggin' knuckles here.
Okay. Do the cracking.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
El Numero Uno. Jim Baca 70. You're in the Guillotine League, my friend. Don't go out first. But in this league, you're either first
Or you're last.
Next is Snood 69. Nice.
Also, both of these players.
Yeah, well,
in here a
I mean,
lot.
we're gonna have a lot of them in the money leagues.
Yeah.
Next is C. Brennan 13. You're in the Guillotine League. Next,
Money and Guillotine.
Rock Chalk Steve. That's 4. Stir it up a little bit.
Yeah. Get to the bottom of it.
See what we got here. All right, ready?
Yep.
Tommy PTS. You're in the Guillotine League, my friend.
Welcome.
I would say good luck, but I hope you don't have any.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Next. Beth Sterling 11.
ER, yeah, Sterling 11. Okay.
Next. Football chick.
Oh God. It's all starting to come back to me, bro.
For crying out loud. She won it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who won it last year? It was TW year 1.
Oh, it was the tattoo dude from
Oh,
Scotland.
that's right. Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've talked to him.
Dude,
several
every
times.
day on Instagram I see his
Yeah,
stuff
dude,
and he
he's
does
awesome.
amazing
Yeah,
work.
Amazing work, yeah. Sugar-free mocha.
Okay.
Next is C. Baker 41.
Is it?
I think he's in every league. And dude, look, there's a lot of names in here.
I know.
Just, lucky. Next, SARS Monster in the G League. Next, Juan_Schwartz.
If you just listen to this, it makes it sound like we only have like 15 people that sign up for these.
There's a lot
but
of
it's
them.
not. There's dozens.
Yeah, there's tens.
Yes, there's tens.
Druss143. Okay. Who's next? How many more we need of these?
Yeah, several.
Can you count them, please? Mm-hmm. Cooley Bean. Coulee Bean.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need 2 more.
All right. Can you just use a numbered list, and then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about all that counting? Next one is DBU Chem with CHEM. DPU.
DPU Chem.
Yeah. And one more. Last guaranteed member of the Guillotine League for 2020-21.
21-22.
Kevin and Lyle, fantasy football guys.
Well, we're going to do alternates, so don't get too excited.
Biannual. It's in my hand right here.
This is it.
See it? Ready? Ooh. I know who it is.
He does.
And the award goes to J Schloe 54.
Could you spell that, please?
JSHLOE 54.
All right.
How many alternates we need?
4.
4 alternates. Alternate El numero uno is going to be SCG Men. MEN.
SCGMEN. Okay.
Next one is Wrong Fellow. Alternate 2. Alternate 3 will be Postal Toto.
Okay.
And the final alternate, before we burn the rest of these, because you guys suck and you couldn't get into the league, is Maduste. Maduste? MADUSTE.
There it is. We'll be
That's it.
Putting the stuff on Reddit, and you'll have instructions. Please follow them.
Yeah.
All right, we're
That's how
out.
that'll work.
See ya.
He's out, bitches. You had to pee, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.